This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by middleweight talent Caiomhin Agyarko here in London. Caiomhin, how are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Just started camp again, so hopefully get a fight date soon. I'm good.
So that's good to hear that you're in good spirits, and a few things for us to touch on. We've been trying to arrange this interview, myself and Paul, your new manager, for a while, just haven't been able to tie into. Now we're here. So first and foremost, obviously, as I say, teaming up with Paul Reddy, STN Sports. Why?
Do you know what? I thought like I needed a change in my career, and it was the management. And obviously, Paul got in contact with me, and we got on very well. And listen, Paul has a great background, and I know he works with great fighters like Callum Smith, Dalton Smith, Sandy Ryan, and stuff like that. And whenever the opportunity presented itself, I didn't really feel like I had to go elsewhere. And we got on very well, and I've a lot of belief in Paul and Sean O'Toole that they'll get my career to the top of the sport.
They're both two experienced men when it comes to the boxing game, but just with Paul in particular, former matchmaker with Matchroom, so that must give you confidence to know he knows how to guide a career effectively.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, he's done it as a matchmaker and now as a manager, and I feel like he'll get me the right fights at the right time, and having someone like that on your team is crucial. Do you know what I mean? He knows both sides of the game. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, he'll give me the right fights at the right time, and I think it's a perfect match.
Now you mentioned right fights at the right times. For the last couple of fights you've had, you've looked explosive, you've looked great, and you've impressed. But there has been that, the fans have wanted to see a step up, and Paul said so himself. He wants to see you step up next. So talk to me about that and the plan that Paul's put in place for you moving forward.
Well, I want to step up. Do you know what I mean? But it's hard whenever there's a lot of fighters turning the fight down. Listen, I'm not going to name fighters and say who are, but there's certain fighters that would question. People will question me taking them fights rather than them knocking them down. I've said I'll fight them no problem. So it's kind of, we've got to find the balance in the right fights for me. I know a lot of fighters don't want to fight me because of my style and kind of not having anything to offer. But at the same time, it's got to be the right fight with me. I can't be thrown in the deep end too soon. I'm 24, 9-0. As much as I want to push on him and step up and progress, there's no point me jumping into the deep end. And maybe I do win or I will win, but once you're at that level, there is no going back. So we both, me and Paul and STN, we want step ups, and the main kind of priority is to bring me back to Belfast next year and build me there.
How key is that to fight in Belfast, because you've had some terrific fighters come through over there, and I know Carl Frampton in particular spoke very highly of you and your capabilities and potential. So how much of a factor is that for yourself moving forwards of being able to headline somewhere in Belfast?
It's a massive factor. I mean, there's no point me having a great fan base in Belfast and fighting in London or Telford or Birmingham, wherever it may be. Whenever I can go back to Belfast and become a superstar there, do you know what I mean? I feel like Carl Frampton left the blueprint and hard to do so. I'm a someone who's got a story, good-looking kid who can fight, and everyone knows the Irish fans and the Belfast fans get behind their fighters, and I've got the platform to do so, and I want to be brought back home and give my fans big, exciting fights, and I think that's crucial for me in my career.
Caiomhin, do you feel like you can be the one to be the next star in Belfast, or effectively now Carl's moved on to pastures new? Do you feel like you can take on that pressure and become the new star there?
Yeah, without doubt, I feel like I can fill them boots, and they're massive boots to fill, but I don't feel like there is anyone out there that can do it right now. I mean, you've got Mick Condon on the verge of a world title, and he's got a great fan base and following and stuff like that, but I feel like I can be the next superstar for Belfast and Irish fight fans.
Now, one name in particular which has popped up recently is Nathan Heaney. Can you just explain to everybody where things kind of went with that?
Do you know what? I mean, it's not personal with me. A bit of back and forth on Twitter. I think Nathan's took it a bit personal. It's nothing's personal for me. It's strictly business. I walked up to Nathan, my last fight at Telford. I shook his hand and said best of luck, and he kind of used that against me online and saying I didn't have the same energy online than I did in person. That's because I'm a classy guy. So it's not personal with me. If I'm not fighting you and you're in the same weight class, I'll wish you best of luck. It's not personal, do you know what I mean? But listen, I've been told, but listen, we're the same promotional group, do you know what I mean? And I've been told I'll never get the fight, and Nathan doesn't want the fight. He's shown that he doesn't want the fight. He said to me, get myself in the top 15 rankings. I did so. I was ranked above him. I was 10, I think he was 11 and 12, and he still doesn't want the fight. So I'm not even going to entertain any more back and forth online with him, because I know I'm not going to get the fight. And I'm only about one to kind of entertain fighters who want to be in the ring with me. And if you're going to head away from the fight, listen, Nathan sells tickets. Let's be realistic. He's someone who sells a lot of tickets. He's going to be protected, and I get that. That's a part of boxing.
Are there any names in particular you do have on your mind, Ben, who you would like to share a ring with, if not necessarily immediately, but certainly in the near future?
No one. Whoever's ready to fight me, I'm ready to fight them. Do you know, I've said plenty of times, I'm not going down the domestic route, because I'm not an English fighter, a British fighter. I'm an Irish fighter. So, I mean, pushing to British or Commonwealth route, I don't have any ambition to be a British champion. I want to be a world champion. I got into professional boxing to be a world champion, and I want to go down the European route. But if I do have to wipe out the domestic scenes to get to world level, I will do so. I don't have any names. There's a lot of, the middleweight division stacked with unbelievable fighters. I mean, at the top you've got Chris Eubank and Liam Williams, and they're unbelievable fighters. I'm not at that level just yet, but I'm pushing to be at that level.
You said you're not at that level just yet, but I know you've sparred Billy Joe Saunders previously, amongst others. Just elaborate on your sparring experiences there, and who else you have shared the ring with.
When I say I'm not at that level, I mean in terms of experience. Technically, I feel like I'm the best middleweight out there, technically, in the UK. But in terms of experience, I'll get to that level. I had an unbelievable experience sparring Billy Joe out in Spain and helping him prepare for the Canelo fight. It's definitely brought me on in my career and shown me what level I'm at, and definitely shown me that I can compete with the best in the weight and stuff like that. But I think Billy Joe's probably the most high-profile fighter that I've sparred.
So for you now, how exciting of a chapter in your career is this period? Obviously teaming up with STN, with Paul, moving forwards. I'm sure you're looking just upwards and onwards effectively.
Yeah, I feel like this next step and stage of my career is the most important, because this is the stage step that's going to get me to world level. So everything has to be right for me, the right team, the right fights, and I've just got to perform. So I do feel like this is the most crucial stage of my career.
Well, Caoimhin, just before I let you go, as I say, I know a lot of people are going to be wanting to watch this interview, wanting to see what's going on with you. So just a message for those back home or across the rest of the UK, what they're in store for when we do see you back in the ring.
These are in store for explosive fights. You know what I mean? If you watch any of my fights, I'm an explosive fighter, and I kind of bring that exciting style. So just more knockouts, and that's what I'm looking to continue, that knockout streak.
Well, Caoimhin, I appreciate your time as always. It's been a pleasure to catch up with you for the first time as an STN fighter, and I'm sure it will not be the last. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
No problem. Thank you very much.